Yeah, I think when you talk about, first the news of Dikembe passing is sad, and our prayers and thoughts go out to his family. Um, but when you talk about a great human being, um, on and off the floor, the things that he did and for his country, the hospital, um, he's going to be dearly missed. When you talk about an angel, unfortunately, was taken a little bit too soon, from us. But what he was on the court, when you talk about defensive player of the year, that protecting the rim, playing the game the right way. Um, that was Dikembe, and I got to play with him in Jersey. And he's an incredible teammate, one of the best teammates I've had, and so he'll be dearly missed.
If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll bring you the mic.
Hi, Jason. You've been through the experience as a player going to the finals and obviously winning it, but also going to the finals and coming up short. I wonder how you can maybe use that experience to help your players navigate the follow-up to the kind of season they had last year.
Yeah, I think when you talk about last season, it was last season. This is a different team. Um, Understanding that we have to be hungry. We haven't done anything. We came in second, but we did do a lot of positive things. So to learn from, and if we are lucky enough to be in that same situation, we can use that experience to win a championship. The expectations are extremely high, and I think everyone's comfortable with that. We're not going to run from the expectations. We're going to work, and in that locker room, the expectation is to win a championship, and hopefully we're lucky enough to be put in that situation. The league is as good as it's ever been. When you talk about the Western Conference, its depth. The Eastern Conference, there's no nights off, and so each game is going to mean something. Um, you look at the start of the season, you look at the in-season tournament. There's a lot to be played for early on, and so with what Nico and Patrick have done with the depth of our team to be able to go out and get the pieces, young and older, it hopefully puts us in a position to be one of the teams that can come out of the West.
On paper, it appears that you have three starting guards. I was wondering if you could explain, how it's going to work, X and O wise.
Yeah, on paper we got a lot of starting guards, starting centers. We got a lot of starters, and so I think when you look at training camp and you just talking to the guys before I came out, we're gonna instigate competition in training camp. We're gonna instigate competition in practice to make each other better, to make the game easier. And so we'll see how that pans out, who starts. Um, we know that we can go out on a limb and say there's two guys or three guys that are going to start. But I think when you talk about the season, as I just talked with the guys too about, injuries, being able to be ready to start or to, if you feel like you're on the third team, there could be an injury. Now you're going to be a backup, and the backup becomes a starter. But we're not afraid to start the third string either. And so just being prepared, and those guys understand that. They've worked extremely hard this summer, and we do have a lot of guys who want to play. And we're going to try to figure out on this journey to get everybody the proper minutes. But everything we're doing is to win a championship, and so we all have to sacrifice. We're gonna sometimes, put our individual goals to look at the team goal first, and if we can do that, that puts us in a good seat.
Hey, Jason, a couple questions for you. One, in terms of the center spot, your thoughts on, Gafford or Lively, is that a competition as you go into camp in terms of that starting job? And then also on Clay, obviously this is one of the all-time great shooters. Easy to see what he can do for you guys there. What can you guys do for him to make the adjustment, the transition easier on him?
Yeah, great questions, Tim. If I forget one, you got to remind me, because thank you. The first one is there's, as I talked about, competition. David talked about the guard situation, the center, it's competition. When you talk about Gaff and D Live, 48 minutes of rim protection, both offensively can catch the lob. If you ask Gaff and D Live, they both can shoot threes. And so you look at the talent. Now you also have DP at center, and then also Maxi, and so there's a lot of ways we can go with the center position. But I think with the competition at center is great, and it's a healthy competition because they both support each other. It's kind of like the relay race. The baton, one's on the floor, the other one's cheering, and then when D Live comes out, he gives the baton to Gaff, and he takes it from there, and they just flip flop. And so that worked well for us last year. And there was a point where we started Gaff, and things went well. And then there's a point in the season where we started D Live. So I think we can look at both of them. We're going to have the opportunity to start, and at some point in this season, not just because of injury, but we'll see how one is playing and if we can help the other. So to answer your question, it's open, but also we're gonna probably start D Live with the first group and see how that goes. Yeah, I think we're going to go back and look at what we did with some of the guys that we've had in the past to try to get their feet on the ground. Is the sooner the better. When you talk about Kai and different guys that we've had in a trade, we can look at PJ and Gaff. How do we help them get their feet on the ground on the run? And so, from past experiences, being with the team for a long time, it takes a little time because there are different names, different people. But what Clay here, just watching him of late, he's ready to go, and we're very lucky to have him on our side. And so, but I think he can answer that question. I think he feels at home, and he's excited about this new chapter in his career.
Hey, Jason, I'm curious when, after the finals, when it was that you took a look at what happened to do a deeper dive, sort of dissect the series, what you found, like how close you feel you actually were beyond how the series played out, and then how much closer does Klay Thompson get you to where you want to be?
Yeah, I think the deep dive, just understanding Boston's a good team. They're the champ. They beat us in that series. They were the better team in that series. And so, but when you look at, the things that we could have done differently, our offense, if we could have shot the ball better, maybe that gives us a better chance. If we could have bottled up game 4 and made that game 3, and it goes back 2-2, back to Boston, is it a different series? So the what ifs, yes, you look at, but also you got to push forward, because you can always second guess yourself, but you can learn from that situation as players and coaches, and we all did. And so that to have Clay can shoot the ball. Every time he lets it go, it looks like it's going in. And if he does miss one, it just adds to the percentage of, will he make the next one? And I think we haven't had that here for a while. We've had shooters, but we haven't had a Jason Terry or Klay Thompson. You know, this is rare air when you talk about Klay. He's going to go down as one of the best shooters of all time, and so to have him on our side, it just makes the game offensively easier. Spacing is a big thing in this league, and he creates that gravity. Gaff and D Live and the guys setting screens for him will definitely get him a Christmas gift. Hopefully, because the game will become easier for them. And so, when you look at teams that can make the game easy, Boston, ourselves, those are the ones that can win championships.
Jason, you've made 2 deep playoff runs with a couple of pretty dramatically different teams since you've been here, and the talent acquisition points along the way, you've always said, you know, you got to accumulate talent, and the team's always going to be different. So here you are again, getting ready with another major change, and how does that mentality help you, and just sort of understanding that the team's going to be different, pretty kind of a constant churn sort of thing?
Yeah, I think it is different, but the core has kind of been together here for a little bit, and so being consistent in that area. But it's exciting. This is probably one of the most exciting training camps that I've been a part of, except probably in Brooklyn, when you had the Hall of Famers that I had the opportunity to coach. I'm pretty much back in that same seat when you talk about future Hall of Famers with Kai, Klay, and Luka. And so to be able to have this opportunity offensively, our goals should be high. Now, there's going to be nights where we can't throw it in the ocean, but can we play defense that night? And then that's going to be the challenge for this group. As we saw last year, we struggled at the beginning with defense, and then we kind of figured it out after All-Star break, and we started to play it at a high level and understood that defense is what wins games. And so hopefully we can find that in Vegas, our defense early, and be able to build from there. But this is a different group, and so it's going to take time for chemistry. It's going to take a little time to understand what we can truly do. So hopefully we're patient publicly, but we're excited. We're healthy, and we're excited about camp. Kind of looking at camp last year in Abu Dhabi and Madrid was a great time for the group to start that chemistry and understand each other. And you saw that when we came back. No one asked about Kai and Luka. Now it'll just be about Klay. And so that's kind of cool that it's just about one person. So, but we do have some other guys that I think are going to have a major impact on this group when you talk about Najee and Grimes. And so those are the 2 newcomers, but there's a gentleman that's been here for a little bit, and Hardy, he's been patiently waiting, and so he's going to get his opportunity too. So it is different. This is different than last year, and but it should be fun, and it will be fun.
Jason, last season Derek Jones served a role for you guys where he would guard down, he would take point guards and quicker guards. Who on this roster do you see being able to pick up, that defensive responsibility? And if the starting lineup ends up being Luka, Kyrie, Klay, and PJ, how do you, who are you looking to fill that position and to be able to guard players like that when you come across them?
Luka. Why not? Well, that's a good start. It's going to be a committee. I think this league is about matchups and being able to get the matchups right. There's going to be times where Luka's going to have to guard someone, and that's just part of being the best in the world. And I don't think he's going to run from that. And so, but Kai and Klay, there's going to be a committee of guys that we're going to have to guard. But the beauty about our defense is that we're here to help each other. And you've seen that here over the last couple of years. As much as we talk about the individual, we're built on team defense, and so there's going to be nights where Luka's going to have to guard maybe someone a little bit quicker. And he'll tell you there's not too many guys that are as fast as him. So, but it'll be a great challenge for our group, and we look forward to that. But I know everybody thinks I was joking, but there is some seriousness that Luka's going to have to guard somebody.
Thank you, Coach. We appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.